Hello, 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 everyone. What is going on? James here, and I am here today with Sheriff GC.
No, it's Indiana.
Oh, it's Indiana Jones. I thought you were going to, because obviously you've got Content Cop, you've got the Act Attorney. I thought we'd have Sheriff GC, but no, it's an Indiana Jones 5 hat. Never mind.
Well, I don't mind being a sheriff. I just need a badge.
Yep.
Okay, I've got a badge.
I was going to say, though, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about... what badge is that?
Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Oh, he looked like some fat bloke from it. He looked like the blonde hair made me think of the Fallout bloke, and then the fat body made me think of just some fat person. Anyway.
So you basically just describe it having a bit there.
No. Anyway, let's get into the downfall of Colleen Ballinger. A bit of an overview of Colleen Ballinger. Her content is just an absolute bag of arse in general. It's just she had this weird character Miranda sings, and it's all very silly and I'm funny type of deal. I don't like using the word cringe too much, but it is very, very cringe. I guess we could get
childish.
Yeah, it's just content aimed at. It's the ultimate example of content aimed at kids. But I mean, if we just get a video up just to sort of show an example of the sort of thing we're dealing with. I don't mean her. So I don't mean her as a thing. I mean the sort of type of content that we're dealing with, the type of creative mindset. And this is her.
Miranda, today I'm so excited for my video because I'm reacting to TikTok.
It's like a FNAF jump scare.
Yeah.
Be confused with TikToks, which are delicious but not as fun. TikTok is this really cool app where you can. Cool.
And she's been doing this for 12 years.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, when you're going to play a character, you should try and go all in with it, shouldn't you? Or make people guess if it's a character or not. Or have some of your personality in there and be a bit over-exaggerated. It shouldn't be a full-on character. It shouldn't be so blatant that you're playing a character. But if you are going to do that, at least make it entertaining. Don't make it all, I'm reacting to TikToks. It's like, come on. It's bloody rubbish.
It was good back in like 2010 to 2013, but like now...
I wouldn't even have enjoyed it back then. I wouldn't have thought, oh, this is ahead of its time. I would have just thought, bloody hell, this is shocking. This is absolute shite.
Yeah.
But at least characters like, hey, it's Fred! At least it was...
Fred was funny.
At least it was so bonkers and it wasn't just... You sort of... I don't know, it felt like Fred went so all in with his character that... Although it's not objectively that good, it's just some funny. It was what the internet was back then. Wow, Colleen Ballinger.
I do have a hot take about him though.
Go on then.
I enjoyed the first two Fred movies.
Well, I'm not surprised about that at all with your film taste, to be honest, George. Not surprised one bit. So I wouldn't say that's a hot take.
Right, it's a hot film taste.
We're not say that for another podcast. Well, you know, you like sort of, you're not a big fan of Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, are you?
No. What mean? I'm not a big fan of Star Wars.
But you couldn't see, if we were gonna review The Empire Strikes Back again, you wouldn't be like having the best taste. You just say, oh well, it's a decent film and. That's that. You wouldn't know all about the lore and the deep meaning behind it. Well, Fred, it seems like more your okay. Well, if you do,
I watched that.
Well, if you do a review on The Empire Strikes Back, you can. I'll be the judge. No, fair enough. If you like Star Wars, but my point is like with some of the films that you like what's that weird one, Austin Powers and. The Bill and Ted films. I'm not surprised you liked Fred. There's nothing wrong with liking Fred, but yeah.
I thought they're funny for the time, but I haven't watched them in like 10 years.
Oh well, then if you mentioned that at the start, I wouldn't have said about you. I wouldn't have said about.
I think my film taste is better than your film taste.
Well, the thing is, This is meant to be
Lord of the
random.
Rings is a walking simulator, basically.
I cannot believe the diarrhea of the mouth that I'm
Oh, you
hearing.
can put the Hobbit
A
on top of that
walking
as well.
simulator. Are you bonkers? All right, hold on. Let's get the list up. Now, I want you to tell me, out of these films, what have you seen? I know you've seen The Godfather and Godfather Part 2, but what have you seen?
Dark Knight, I've seen. Godfather, I've seen. Pulp Fiction. Hang on, slow
I'm so
down.
happy that made it to 12. I'm so happy about that. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
That's so
Crossfire,
fantastic. It really is bloody
Fight
amazing.
Club, Inception, all Star Wars, all Matrixes. Seen Goodfellas. And It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen that.
I'm really quite shocked.
Seven Samurai. Saving Private Ryan. Interstellar. Maybe The Green Mile. I can't remember. Terminator. Seen all of them. Seen all the Back to the Future. Seen Spirited Away. So Lion King. Seen that. Gladiator. I've seen that as well. I might have seen Whiplash. I can't remember. Casablanca. I've seen that.
The thing is, other people can be the judge of whose film taste is better. But I think obviously I'm going to think my film taste is better than anyone else's because it's my film taste. So,
yeah, what have you seen that?
I'll tell you all the ones I've seen out of the top 100. Right?
Is it every single one?
I wish I was that dedicated. No. Reservoir Dogs.
I've just gone on a tangent straight away.
Seen a bit of Space Odyssey, but I just couldn't be asked to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit as well.
Seen Toy Story and Return of the Jedi, obviously. Seen all the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Seen Once Upon a Time in America. Amazing, phenomenal film.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen Your Name.
Okay, fair enough. I've seen Good Will Hunting, another amazing one. Obviously, seen Endgame. Seen Joke. I don't know what Joker's doing here. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely
Joker
ridiculous.
Needs to be up high.
No, it should be low. It's great, but it's not like anything special.
What?
It's like it shouldn't be higher. It should be lower.
It's better than The Dark Knight.
What?
But it's not as good as the
better than
Batman.
The Dark Knight. Are you mad?
Yes.
That's the spiciest.
I have to say,
What was better about some bloke who just withers around the city for ages, shoots a few people, and then starts a riot, than Heath Ledger being 10 steps ahead of the game? Heartbreaking, brilliant story for Bruce Wayne having to deal with Rachel not being into him, and then Alfred having to get rid of the letter. Commissioner Gordon having to, carry a lot of the police force on his back. Rachel being stuck between Harvey and Bruce. The fight scenes are just phenomenal. The action's next level. It's so practical. So I don't see how Joker's anywhere near as good as The Dark Knight. That's mental.
I think it's psychologically better.
What, chronologically?
Yeah, we've all seen the Toy Story ones.
Braveheart, Toy Story.
I feel like I've seen Braveheart.
Glorious Bastards, seen Dark Knight Rises, seen
American Beauty. I've seen that one as well, yeah.
But have you seen American Beauty? That's a great one.
I see it a lot in charity shops, but I never think of watching it.
It's really good. I think you'd actually laugh at how weird the end is. It's just...
Maybe.
Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Seen Infinity War, seen Wall-E, seen Raiders, Django, Memento, seen Apocalypse Now. Have you seen this one, George? That's quite a...
I don't think so.
Have you seen any of these apart from Raiders? I guess you've seen Raiders, haven't you?
I've seen Raiders, yeah.
Alien,
Django, no, I haven't, no.
Usual Suspects, amazing. The Prestige, amazing. Departed, amazing.
I watched that one, yeah.
Gladiator, Lion King.
Oh, The Departed?
Pianist, brilliant.
Have you seen Psycho?
No, I've seen American Psycho, but not the Norman Bates Psycho.
Yeah, you see a lot about it, don't you?
Mm-hmm. A New Hope scene, Green Mile scene, Interstellar scene. I don't know what Interstellar and Green Mile are doing so high. I'm not poo-pooing the films, but
Interstellar is rubbish.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but it's not 26th best film of all time. Ridiculous.
No, it's like in the 200s, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think
Low
it was
200s.
It was a great film. It was just a bit weird. It was like they're all over the place, and there's loads of plot holes, and it wrapped up nicely.
I'm so
at the
glad
end.
Avatar's not up here.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
The same Private Ryan scene,
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, we saw that one together.
Which one? Same Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
No, I didn't watch. I think we watched a bit of it in school, but we didn't watch the whole thing, unless I wasn't there for the.
I watched the whole thing, dude.
Oh, okay.
There, we watched
Seven.
it over a few lessons.
Goodfellas, Matrix, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Seen a bit of Inception, watched Lord of the Rings, Fight Club, Cross Spider-Verse, Forest Gump.
Lord of the Rings needs to go down.
No, it deserves to be where it is 1,000,000%. Good, the Bad, the Ugly scene, Lord of the Rings scene. Watched a bit of scene. There we go. So
What's the one? Shawshank Redemption.
That, to be fair, it should be top 10, top 20, but I don't see why it's number one.
No.
I think number one.
Terminator should be number one.
Well, you can make an argument, maybe. Well, no, not Terminator. I think Terminator 2 could be top 10, but the other Terminators, nah. Terminator 1, I think, is.
Terminator 1 is the best.
No. Honestly, the only one I really enjoyed was Terminator 2. To be honest, I thought 1 was a bit overrated. It just sort of felt a bit like the Terminator was just a bit like, I'm not doing much.
I really enjoyed Terminator 3, actually.
I thought that was quite boring. I liked some of the action, but I thought the story and characters were just. And 4 was one of the most boring things I've ever watched. That was dreadful. And I
I think 4's my least favourite.
4 was so bizarre. It was just like they were pottering around in the future, and you're like, when's Arnold going to show up? Christian Bale was no good as John Connor. I'm sorry to say, he was boring. It probably wasn't his fault because he acts amazing and other stuff. But yeah, we need to get on to Colleen Ballinger. This was an interesting film discussion, though, for sure.
I know.
So yeah,
saying that we're talking about movies and TV shows. She did have her own Netflix show that was for kids, basically.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's start talking about Colleen Ballinger. So, as I mentioned before, weird Miranda Sings character, very bloody odd. So basically, what's happened is she,
as we said before, this is just our opinions.
Yeah. You can enjoy what you want to enjoy. You know, if you enjoyed Miranda Sings as a character, then bloody go for it. Do whatever the bloody hell you want. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of this, there's proof of the DMs, but obviously we can't go inside Colleen Ballinger's brain and see if it's malicious or if it's predator-like. We can just give our opinions of what we think. But let's not beat around the bush. Let's see if we can find the DMs. Colleen Ballinger DMs. Should I go on images? I barely remember. Let's have a look. So, one thing that we can talk about first, obviously, I just want to give a shout out to Adam McIntyre. It is quite a shame that I'm pretty sure that's his second name, isn't it? Adam McIntyre.
Yeah.
So, because I wasn't sure, because all I saw was like Adam MC, some other stuff, and I thought, am I pronouncing his name correctly? But I'll just look.
Yeah, it's McIntyre.
Yeah, he's McIntyre. Yeah. So, with Adam McIntyre, he's made a lot of videos about Colleen. He did one years ago, saying about how. Actually, no, let's talk about the recent stuff, right? So, he basically said...
Well, no, I think we are better to talk about like the 2020 stuff as well. Because she did respond to this first one.
Yeah.
Well, didn't really respond about him. She talks about how she killed a dog, basically.
Yeah, I mean, we can watch a bit of Adam's video then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dog stuff. I mean, I might as well bring that up. I'm making sure we don't get sued by saying. Oh yeah,
So
fair
if you
enough.
don't know what this dog stuff is, she literally said this in a video, so this is coming straight from her. That when she was younger and she get mad, one time she had like sharp nails and dug her claws into the dog,
And then the
and so
dog got the
it hurt
blame.
the dog.
The dog got the blame. And it's like, I'm not
It hurt
being
the dog,
funny.
and so it bit her. So that's it put down.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not trying to justify anything, but obviously, no, there's no justifying any of this. But I meant from the dog's end, I wasn't trying to justify the dog biting someone's face or anything. But the thing is, if you dig your nails into another human really, really low, they're probably going to turn around and back fist you. That's what I do. If someone's digging the nail, or I push them away, or lamp them in the chest. I'm not going to like stand there and take it because you're just going to stand there and think, oh, brilliant, someone's piercing nails into my back, right? Now you're going to turn around and say, what the fuck are you doing? And whack them or push them away. So the dog, and the thing is,
the dog bite like you're meant to.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's a human response. But as you say, the dog, it doesn't know what's going on, and for all it knows, it could be a bloody predator. So it's going to turn around and bite what's attacking it. And the thing is, like, the thing is, the dog probably, I don't know if maybe she manipulated everything and said, oh, it was the dog's fault. But I think she did, didn't she? She was like, oh, the dog bit me.
So I think she made it up, and that's how the dog died.
Yeah, and she was laughing about it in a previous video, and I'm thinking, you basically got your own pet murdered because you were a bit angry when you were a kid. I mean, that shit is just next level bloody messed up. How can you do that to your own pet? I mean, that is bloody horrible. That's pure evil, man. That's just disgusting.
What she's like.
Yeah, I mean, that is just some really, really just next. I mean, we don't have any pets, but we've got pets in the family. Like, we've not in our family, but I mean, like, my cousin has a dog, a friend of the family has a dog, and I can't ever imagine how, I love the two dogs at the end of the day. That one's a Springer Spaniel, the other one's a big British Bulldog. If anyone was harming the dog, I'd push them away or lamp them. I'm not going to stand for that. So I just can't imagine anyone hurting those two dogs. It'd be awful. They're part of the family. At the
Except
end of the day.
if it was a chihuahua, because you'd be boosting across the field. No, I'm joking.
Little yappy dogs are annoying, but some of them are.
But there you go, fine.
How you raise them. It's about how you raise them. The thing is, there's people. There's people down the bottom of my street who have some dog who you think would be a little yapping dog, but it's like the most lovely dog going. So, but then there's people across the road who have a little yapping dog, and it is a little yapping dog. It's just an absolute twat. It doesn't bite anyone, but it just tries to have the big and go.
There's one that comes down my street and sees me, basically, me and other people in my family. He's just non-stop barking. And he does to the big dogs as well.
It's a small man syndrome.
And he's not even on a leash.
That's poor. That's fucking poor as fuck from the owners.
I know. Well, there's like cats about in our street.
No.
And so he's run out after them and tried to attack him.
Ridiculous.
So like, yeah.
Well, yeah, that idiot owner should be having that dog on a lead, definitely.
Yeah, well, that the owner moaned about it too, like the person who was feeding the cat, basically.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'll tell you. But afterwards, it's a whole big story. I could tell you actually.
Anyway, back to the point about Colleen. Next level messed up to basically kill what is pretty much a member of your family. Disgusting. But let's see what Adam McIntyre's got to say.
I just want to tell you that I've been making daily videos recently, but I just want to tell you that I'm going to stop for a while, and I am taking a break from just my social medias because there's been a lot of shit going on, which I'll tell you about, but I've just had enough, honestly. So that's where I'm at right now. So I love you all, and I'll see you whenever. This is a video that I never thought I would ever have to make. My intentions behind doing so are that I can disassociate myself from the situation, but also not continuously get asked in future about Colleen and Corey. And those 2016 and 2018 and met her both times. After 2016, during a live stream that I'll discuss later, me and Colleen started talking on a more personal level.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring up one thing, which I know a lot of people have brought it up: the mailing of the pants, the panties, and the bra. What the hell is that all about? That is next level
At
bloody.
13 years old.
Yeah, like he put some funny tweet up there, commenting on her appearance in this in a dress, just as a joke, and she's like, "Oh well, we should send you the bra and the panties," and it's like, to a 13-year-old, you
He
absolutely off
just
your rocker.
said the clothes that she bought was ugly. And
Yeah.
so, like, she made out in a response, basically, that he was asking the entire live stream that he wanted them. But
Yeah, which is
but she
bogus.
was asking in the entire episode, the entire live stream, and then I think it's the last minute or 2 minutes before the end is when he basically tweets saying that he wanted them.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, at the end of the day, if I was his parent, I would have, and I saw panties and bras being delivered, I would absolutely ruin Colleen. I'd spam out a million videos saying, "What the bloody hell are you doing, you crazy person?" And just absolutely
The one
ruin
that
it.
took him off him.
That's good. But the thing is, that's non-true behaviour. So really, there should be, I know obviously it's not technically breaking the law, but if I was the parent, I would have just made a load of videos about her saying she's an absolute disgusting fool. Why is she doing this for?
And then 6 months after that live stream, he went to one of the live shows and she said to him, with the parents behind, that, "Oh, so I'm sorry, I haven't sent you the underwear yet." Being that he's still 13 as well. Right. Really, if this was, I know this might be a bit, well, not really controversial, but if this was the opposite where Colleen was a 30-year-old man and Adam was a 13-year-old girl, don't you think the 2020 video would have been the only one made, and it would have been a whole massive thing then?
Yeah, I think he probably would have got in absolutely massive shit, if we're being brutally honest. I think if Colleen was a bloke, she would have probably not got arrested, but definitely, because it's not breaking the law, but she would have been a lot more scrutinised and had a way more time.
I was watching I think it's Smoosh, as I was telling you, and she looked up the objectives and words for abuse and things like that. And what she was doing to him, basically manipulating him and trauma dumping on him, like we were telling him about her divorce. It does count as abuse. So
it's emotional manipulation, isn't it? Really, overall.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, right, she's a famous person, and these are kids, and her audience is kids, and they're in their heads, they're like, "Oh my goodness, it's a YouTuber I've idolised. My goodness, this is amazing. She's messaging me with friends and all this jazz." But the thing is, right, at the end of the day, she's the one with all the responsibility. She's the one who's an actual adult. Well, they're all kids who can easily be manipulated and led on.
Yeah.
Because you can tell them stuff, and it's like, oh, this multi-millionaires messaging me who's famous on YouTube. My goodness! But at the end of the day, she was very inappropriate with them. But I just want to bring up the divorce stuff. Why would you go on to kids about your life problems? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous talking to a 13-year-old about in-depth gritty stuff, because first off, it could really
And talking
depress.
about your sex life to them
Yeah, but I
and the
was just
size of your partner.
yeah, but the thing is, I was going to say, like, going on about the divorce and all that jazz, it must have been sad for the fans seeing that her and her husband at the time were so happy and so gleeful on camera, but then deep down, it was just a really horrendous, sad situation. And why is she putting all that emotional burden onto them? First off, she's got all the money in the world, get a therapist. Second off, actually talk to grown-ass people. You know, she's got a sister who does YouTube as well. She could talk to her. Surely she's got other friends. I know she seems like a bit of a shitty, weird
She
person.
got 2 brothers as well.
2 brothers, yep. So there you
And
go.
one was a bully with Colleen.
What do you mean, a bully with Colleen?
What? I don't know if you saw, but they had gone on this pregnancy tour, basically. And not Adam. I think it's Corey.
Oh, Corey's a brother. Oh, I thought it was just some friend of hers.
No, Corey's not the brother. They've both got a different name, but this was Corey was another person who worked with Colleen, just like Adam did. Well, he went on tour with them, and the brother, Corey took both the keys to the hotel rooms by accident, and he messaged the brother to say, "I've got both keys. Do you want to come in and get them?" Get one, and and what happened was the brother ended up locking him out both rooms. So for the whole tour, he had to go and sleep on the bus.
Oh.
And go to like McDonald's and things like that to go to the toilet and wash up, basically.
That's bloody depressing. Why did they do that to him?
Because that's what they're like.
That's absolutely evil. God.
Yeah, well, you can see what Connie is like now.
Imagine if ALP ever got beat with an ALP door and you say, "You're not coming in the hotel, sleep on the bus." I mean, that'd be the most evil thing ever. Maybe it's a joke for like an hour, but like to actually do that to your friends.
It would be a funny prank to pull.
Yeah. Or maybe you could do it. I booked the hotel!
We can't find it.
Lads, I booked the hotel! Not for you, fuckers! Slams the door.
You have to just book the entire thing and not let you in.
Huh?
I booked the entire hotel and I would say, "Don't let these 4 guys in, but everyone else can come in."
Yeah, there you go. Like it's good for a joke, but it's not like to actually do that to your friend. It's just absolutely disgusting behaviour. I mean, they got multi-millions. They could at the very least, easily give him some bollocks hotel. You shouldn't do that. You should give him the best that you've got if they're your proper friend. You know.
Yeah, and being that they were working for them as well.
Yeah, exactly that too. There should be, at the end of the day, when companies do things where they take their employees away, they do pay for some sort of accommodation usually. So you'd think she'd pay for something
which
for
they should.
Yeah, you think she'd pay for something for him at least. But there you go. Anyway, what I was going to say though, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent here. This is something I did really want to say, right? Colleen talking to kids about her problems. I think, and this is what I never mentioned, it's a really good point, and I was thinking of this as well. She's just saying it because they're fans and they're young, so they're going to just agree with her no matter what. And the thing is, adult life and any time venting about stuff. Is it all right if I have the floor for a second, George? And
go straight to it. I'm listening.
Cheers. So I just don't want to be interrupted about this because this is something that's really important to me. Been a bit of a rough week in my personal life, and I do feel like it's really, really. Sorry, doing that daft thing again, but my nose is really itching. I do feel like sometimes in life, no one's listening, no one's bothered, no one's got your back, no one's proud of you, even though you're grafting and trying to get on with stuff. At the end of the day, right, I'd rather deal with stuff like an adult than have a bunch of yes men around. I'd rather feel like, you know, I don't know. I'd rather just deal with stuff like a grown adult than have a bunch of yes people around me gaslighting me, saying, "Oh yeah, you're the best thing ever." Example: someone at work, right? I'd only had like 4 hours sleep over 2 days, and I was just asked if I was alright. I said, I'm just extremely tired. And they said, I'll just drink coffee. And I'm thinking, people want acknowledgement of their issues, man. But what people don't want is to have smoke blown up their arse and be gaslighted and told they're right all the time. If you truly care, and it's not the kids' fault because they're going to gaslight the favorite celebrity. But if you really care about people and you want honest opinions, you're going to go to the people that actually care about you, and they're going to give you an honest opinion, you know, or they might just not have the energy to deal with it, which is fine. People are entitled to feel that way. But the thing is, you've got to deal with stuff like an adult. You can't be in this pretend weird imaginary land where you want everyone to agree with you and gaslight you. So yeah, I just thought I did really just want to say that.
Yeah, you're 100% correct with that.
It was a bit of an odd tangent for me, but it's like you'd rather be fed the sad reality than live in a. You'd rather have the red pill than the blue pill. You'd rather be out of the Matrix than in the Matrix. You know.
Yeah.
I don't mean the red pill politically. I mean the actual or the blue pill politically. I mean the actual.
From the movie that.
Yeah.
Red and blue pill, yeah.
Yeah, you can take the blue pill, and this is all just a bad dream, and you can wake up and go on in ignorance, or you can take the red pill, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. And that's the way you've got to be. You want the reality, you want the cold, harsh reality, because being in reality is better than living in some fantasy land where your expectations are just, I don't know, too bloody high and everything's perfect. You need improvements and adversities and challenges to conquer. That's how everyone's ancestors survived and got on with things. Being cavemen wasn't easy, you know. Living in Tudor times wasn't easy. We're very privileged and lucky nowadays. Even in the 1930s, it was hard. But yeah, I just want. Sorry, I've spoke for a bit, man. Do you want to have? Whoops! Oh, bloody hell! Do you want to have the?
I didn't mind just just listening for a second then. But I just find it very weird how she can do all this and basically have no sympathy for who she's affected. Like, who would have these chats with your 13-year-old fans? Go and basically dump all about your divorce and personal information about your ex-partner and all this nasty stuff. Like, I've put something in the chat for James and me to talk about in a minute that she did it in the chat, and it's quite horrible. So yeah, that's all I've got to say for now.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to mention as well that she obviously had Adam as a bloody intern. Well, not as an intern, as the social media manager.
Day,
yeah. And then as soon as I couldn't entirely grasp the situation. It was something to do with Miranda Singh's queer. I think, didn't she pretend to come out as a lesbian in a video, and he posted it on Twitter for her, and then everyone went mad at her or something?
No, what happened basically is, for ages, he was sending her pictures and tweets which she could use on a Sings page, basically. And because I think he's gay, I'm guessing by.
You can't say that. You can't. Well, technically you can. Technically you can. Yeah, technically.
Yeah. So basically, she put out a tweet saying.
It's really quiet. It's gone really.
On that page, and by nobody's surprise, a certain community got very mad at her.
But what did she say? What did she say, though?
What?
What did she say specifically? Because it went quite quiet.
That she was coming out,
Oh, okay.
and
What,
so
Miranda,
it was
Miranda,
basically done as queer baiting.
the Miranda Sings character or Colleen?
Miranda Singh's character.
Well, it's just a character, but I get why people are pissed because it's sort of probably, well, it just sort of, it just sort of, well, as they say,
Was it a real coming out thing? Was
Yeah.
it?
It just seems like they're just trying to get clout. So I get why people are pissed off. And she should just,
Yeah.
what she should do with every single situation is just say, well, realizing ahead, I've fucked up really bad and I need to improve and actually improve. Not do what she did later on in down the line, which will definitely react to that bloody ukulele video because that was dreadful.
Oh, I know.
That was one of the worst things.
I think we should watch Moist Critical video of it.
More like defecation station. Yeah, his video was brilliant, but I'd rather.
I was just gonna say with the Twitter. Now, why would you put a 13-year-old in charge of your Twitter account with thousands of followers?
I'm not being a twat as well. Why do you need to give them access to your account? Why can't you just say, send me some tweets and I'll copy and paste them and I'll think if they're any good? Why like?
Well, apparently she read them over.
If she, yeah, that's mental. Then if she read him over, if she read him over, then she can't be angry at him. Then that's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely baffling. It's like she's blaming him for shit that she did herself. It's just such evil manipulation, trying to make him feel guilty for her being an absolute bloody pleb and an idiot and bloody desperate for clout, even though she's already a bloody millionaire, multi-millionaire.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that thing I put in the group, in the private chat?
Well, the thing is, I've got the pictures.
Have you got that picture of it in her mouth?
I haven't got anything in her mouth. I haven't seen that. I've got a load of things on Reddit with all of her, of the DMs.
Well, let's talk about this video first, because you'll find it very disgusting.
What videos in her mouth?
So,
I mean, what's in her mouth? Sorry.
I'll put it in chat. Look at the private chat.
Don't forget when did she do that?
So,
could you send me the video
in
then?
the chat messages with the 13-year-olds, she got a sanitary product. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word. She got a sanitary product and put it in her mouth and told all the 13-year-olds or probably 12 to 15 to go and buy one of these sanitary products and put it in their mouth as well and send her the videos and pictures of them doing it.
I mean, that actually is quite like border. Well, I wouldn't even say borderline. That pretty much is kind of nonsense behaviour. Like if it
100% is.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, if you messaged a lady and said do that, she'd be like, what the fuck, and then probably report you to the police. So
yeah,
and so in the interest of fairness, we've got to treat all these situations the same. Colleen Ballinger shouldn't be saying, oh, I was just being a sad, lame, geeky aunt. And it's like, what aunt would ask their niece or nephew to send sanitary products in their mouth, a video of sanitary products in their mouth to them and pictures of it? It's just odd. Actually, the biggest nonsense thing, though, if I can find the DM, this is the most worrying shit ever, man. This is
which was this the virginity one?
I think no, this one. This is the bloody weirdest one. My ass looks good today. How are your teeth still straight? And then pics. Are you mental?
Oh yeah.
What? I think that's by far the most disgusting things. Like, how mental can you be and disgusting? Like, why? I just don't even know.
And they're probably around 13 as well.
Thing is, asking this to if you're a grown adult asking this to an adult, they'd be like, what the fuck? But asking this to a 12-year-old is just nonsense and disgusting. That's just like,
yeah,
I don't even know. But It's just awful.
Mate, I was going to say, with your email showing up on the side, you might want to click the X.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The thing is, they can't really.
It won't do it, do it?
Yeah, I'm glad my
Oh,
email.
yeah, apparently she cheated on him. And the ex-husband has even come out saying that she abused him as well.
That's awful. Like physically abused him then.
I think more mentally,
Oh, okay.
kind of the way she's doing it to these people.
I hold everything in and I have monthly mental breakdown. Everything. Season's dialogue based on true events in season 2, but you hear nothing from me. That's the motherfucking.
So Josh is the ex-husband.
Mm-hmm. Slander harassment, no time for this hooligan. It makes no sense. He tries to get pity for being heartbroken over me, but he's constantly tries to drag me through the mud. You can't be heartbroken over someone you hate, sir. Which is it? Please tell me you know you aren't lying, because I'm just a fan you don't care about, because yikes. But all he wants attention. I'm sick of it. 12. I should keep my mouth shut. Yeah, you should, Colleen. Like, what are you? Everyone hates Colleen. Have you watched the new girl? What the hell?
Yeah, well, she won't outright save them to be honest, attack them, something like. She'll put like, everyone hates me. So and so did this.
Being screamed at every day for hours, being told you're a piece of shit, isn't it? Just go to a therapist. Why are you putting all this stress on 12-year-olds?
With what has come out, it's probably lies at this point. That's just my opinion.
Subscriber game, family paper. You were an amazing wife. He was a bad husband. Thing is, if all this is true, she was a really amazing wife. She wouldn't have to justify herself so badly because she know in her head, yeah, I was amazing. So it's
yeah.
She wouldn't waffle on so much and try and convince a bunch of yes, with all due respect, and they're going to be yes people fans, yes, men and women, well, yes boys and girls fans, yes teenager fans, let's say.
She should read this one, yeah.
Videos a week, my partner for hours every single night after working 16-hour day, just to be yelled at. Let's be real, I'm not having a go, but he's not like. Working a 16-hour day as a YouTuber ain't as bad as, like, I don't know, being a salesperson.
If she can still have time to eat and sleep,
yeah,
then she still has time to cheat.
I mean, all the hours I work, I might do a bit of editing here and there, but I want to rest if I've done some OT. All the hours your dad works, man, insane hours. Other members in my family, my one aunt who has a business, she's working from like 7 till 9, a few days a week. She has 3 days off, but the other day she's pretty much 4 days a week. She's working from 7 till 9, 14-hour shifts. My one uncle, he has his own business, never has days off. And there's other people I know at work who work mad hours, and it's like, working 10 hours at a proper job is far harder than editing a video for 16 hours, I promise you, because I have actually edited. Sometimes I've really grafted at a YouTube video and edited for like hours straight, and it ain't anywhere near as hard as a real job. Get off your bike. It's nowhere near as hard. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Unless it's like our like really heavily edited.
It depends what you're trying to pull
off. With hundreds of screenshots, basically.
It's more time consuming than stressful. I mean, if you've got deadlines to meet or it's going to affect your income, then I sort of get it. But again, anyone can go and work in Tesco, so I still think working a proper job where you've got a lot of proper stress and trying to sort out people's problems and having to deal with shitty customers, I think that's far harder than all this bollocks. He needs to explain what he's done to me past 8 years. How could I believe this? God, this is ridiculous, isn't it? This is absolutely ridiculous. Mentalist, absolute mentalist.
I will say for the first response that Colleen did to Adam's first video, because everyone was on Colleen's side at that point. he did get sent a lot of death threats.
Horrible. And she
doxed.
lied about. Yeah. Her completely, utterly lying about him and getting loads of. I know she didn't straight up ask them to harass him, but her feeding everyone wolf tickets and all the impressionable fans falling for it and harassing him, she should be ashamed of herself. She should have just told the truth in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to.
There's a girl that was on Colleen's side and was it in his group chats defending her. She didn't come out until this year. And this is what started everything off. If she hadn't waited 3 years, come out and saying, "Look, this is what Colleen's done. Here's all the screenshots from these chats." Which, don't forget, Colleen only left these chats a week ago. So she was still in them. This would have all come back. And like Adam broke down on one of his streams, basically saying, "I've gone through all this with the doxing, the swatting, the death threats, and you've been sitting on all this information for 3 years, and now you want to come out and say you've left this fandom, and now you want to come and say all this." Her name was Cody, I just remembered. So yeah, she was sitting on all this information and let Adam take all this brunt for 3 years.
You know what annoyed me in that video, that original apology video? Right. Adam said, "How would you feel if some 33-year-old was annoying your son when he's 16 and manipulating him and asking him like this?" And all she had to say to that was, "Oh, don't bring my son into this. What are you going on?"
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he's trying to say, how would you feel if someone was doing that to him, your son? You'd be freaked out, wouldn't you? Bloody crazy Colleen, you'd be freaked out. Yeah, exactly. You think, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it's basically trying to manipulate the whole situation.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to get up this good old Brett Cooper video because she covered. This was a week before the Colleen Ballinger stuff really got out of hand. She covered some very suspect weird stuff from Colleen.
A long time showing this incredibly inappropriate and disgusting behavior, like this one, where she pretends to be on a date with a 9-year-old boy who she pulled up from the audience and has him reach in her pants for a snack.
And so now, watch this. We're on the date, James. It's really romantic. Oh, we're getting close and personal. Oh, but
there's another situation around one of these as well. I want to tell you about.
Was this in my self-help book?
Was it? Because I brought self-help with me and I was just wondering.
Well, shouldn't you know if you've read it? I'm just kidding, James. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do you want a cheese ball?
Very strange behaviour of skipping this. But you know what? Disgusting. You know what happens. He reaches in there. Absolutely fucking awful.
As he says, I can't believe I'm doing this or something like that.
How are you doing, dear sister-in-law? I'm so excited for you to give birth to this baby.
Is this to go that noise on the floor, is it?
I'm not sure.
No, it's not a food, it's a baby. Oh, I'm so pregnant. I just know it. I am.
Oh, let's get you to the hospital. Get out the car. Oh, great nurse.
Okay, before we even get into the weirder part, like, who thinks this is funny? Who gave this person a...
Yeah, it's complete bollocks, but it's absolutely bang on the money. It isn't funny, but he prancing around on the stage and... Hey, Ben's here! Ben! He's finally showed up for a pod! Woo! Well, in the comments for a pod, sorry. It does feel like ages since you've been in...
Let me tell you about this one then. It was one of the...
good that you're here, Ben. Sorry, go on, George.
Oh, so she was on one of these stage shows which she did, and one of the young fans come up And
No, sorry, George. No, I know you've commented before, but it feels like it's been a while since. Well, it was since the latest Liam takes over. You haven't been commenting in the stream. I'm just saying, it's good that you've bounced back into the comments.
okay, so I was waiting to go then. I didn't know if you were done. So yeah, she had the girl lie down with her legs up in the air and started making fun of her weight. And
That's pretty nasty.
and so she got sent off stage, and because she felt so humiliated in front of these thousands of people that were there, she went home, and she was 16.
Shitty, very shitty. No, I don't always see that. Sorry, Ben. I didn't know if they're up your street or not. That's all. But I'll send them in from now on. It's because I've sent you Twitch streams and you haven't joined them. So I thought that you're not really interested in watching people live. I thought you prefer like just regular videos. But no, I'll send them you from here on out. Then cool.
Platform. This is so dumb. The humor is so dumb.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Why does she have a live show? Like, I genuinely don't know.
To get this baby out from you. Just push from your tukey really hard.
Oh yeah, you're right, George, and what you're saying. It's just rubbish.
Wait, I was at the right girl then, is it?
Videos on this
It
strict
must
about the
be.
fact that Miranda wasn't meant to be family friendly in the first place. I think that this is a really important point because when she and her
Any of the
ex-husband, I
weirdness.
believe, first started making these Miranda videos and their vlogs over a
there's
decade
some
ago,
of this
they were
jazz in it.
definitely sexually explicit. Like there was one vlog where she was reaching down her ex-husband's pants and he was saying, no, don't do that. And she was on camera. Like all of it was so inappropriate. Like this video on how to kiss, and she chose to use some very interesting objects for this. Meanwhile, her audience was rapidly becoming child-based.
Let me guess, a banana.
It's a perfectly
Ah.
good size. It's a little bit bigger than the lipstick.
That's her ex-husband.
This isn't. Well, it's shit. I'm not even going to bother watching this. It's absolute fucking dog shit content. This, but yeah, you shouldn't be when you've got a kid audience. You shouldn't be, and you promote yourself as you're family friendly. You shouldn't be doing this sort of rubbish. We'll watch Critical's video in a bit with that horrendous apology. But yeah, have you got anything else you want to say about the whole situation before we move on to Critical?
I'm trying to think what else is, because there's so much information.
There's a lot of information, but it feels hard to articulate, to be honest, and it's just very annoying, Shizzle.
Yeah, but literally, you need to watch a 3-hour edited video, like the one that we watched, to just get the whole information about it. Let me just think for a second, see if I can think of anything we haven't brought up yet. Oh. I think we can move on to the toxic gossip train.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I finally uploaded the bloody thumbnail, I saw, for fuck's sake, I've got a Hello Kitty guitar. You really,
yeah.
You really fucked me over.
You didn't realise that until it was uploaded. Then.
No, until I clicked present. Well, until I clicked edit, then clicked thumbnail. I saw how big the thumb is, and I thought, disgraceful. 1 out of 10. You give yourself the big cool red guitar, and you give me the shitty Hello Kitty one. Disgrace.
It's still a guitar.
Anyway, here we go.
Sienna May's iconic interpretive dance.
Oh yeah, she did the robot dance. To apologise.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, She groped some bloke, didn't she? And he wasn't too happy and pretty annoyed, and she didn't care. She just.
She tried to
What?
Forced herself on him, basically.
Oh, I thought she just touched him up a bit.
Mm-mm. No,
So she full on
he
tried to
was
basically.
passed out to sleep, and she tried to.
So she basically
I can't,
R'd
you
him.
can't say the word on chat.
Well, she basically tried
On
to
YouTube.
R him, and then he woke up and
Yeah.
pushed her
Yeah.
away. I'm guessing, or told
Well,
her.
no, he didn't wake up. She was being filmed by one of his friends, and he had to basically go and get her off him.
Oh, so the friend basically saved him from being R'd.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how. I think he's doing something evil like that. I don't see how some robot dance. That's obviously far worse than Colleen Ballinger, but I don't see how doing something like that makes up for.
Have you watched their video?
No.
Go and look it up quickly.
For those that don't remember, Sienna May was a TikToker.
Yeah, it's CNMA. Apology.
So how come? So thing is, how come she's not? I thought she just groped him a bit, which is obviously really bad. So how come she wasn't arrested then? What if she tried to rape him?
Bluntly, because of agenda.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, look at Colleen. What will happen to her?
Did he like
She'll lose the channel. That's it.
Did he like press charges or? I mean, did he press charges?
I think he might have tried to. I'm not 100% certain, but I think he tried to.
Yeah, I've seen the dance. It's all like.
Yeah.
I want to look up quickly what she did because I swear I saw that it wasn't. It didn't say that she tried to rape him. You could be right, but I just want to be sure. I don't want to because it's someone being groped and someone being raped is completely, or nearly being raped is completely different.
Not really.
It just says accused influence of sexually assaulting him 4 times. Oh, that is pretty fucking awful. Well, that's very awful. 4 times. Maybe you probably are right then, George. Groping him while he was passed out. Okay. So it sounds like she was groping him and trying to, well, R him.
Yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely fucking horrible that she, that nothing got done.
Then she danced to Ed Sheeran.
But yeah, if you look at this, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, very disgusting behaviour there.
And did you see that comment she made? Shaming her base, saying that she was shaming him.
What did she say?
She said that he was shaming her.
Ridiculous behaviour.
Shaming her, basically.
Mhm.
And for some reason, she marched into the mines of Mordor and hatched the most diabolical plan of all time, forged the worst video apology ever, where it was an interpretive dance apology. So she starts fucking boogieing out there, doing some of this, a little bit of these. And by God, I'm ashamed to say it, but she even did some of this. Just kind of downplaying the entire situation. And keep in mind, it was sexual assault accusations that also had a video as well. So there was a ton of evidence, and she still just tried to do like an apology interpretive dance. I did not think there would ever come.
So can I just pause this for a second?
Go on.
Have you seen how ripped he is?
Mate, he's
shredded.
He is, but I think it's a bit I'm not trying to suck up to myself, but I think it's a bit similar how, looking at me, you think, oh, he's just a regular bloke, but then you see...
Yeah.
It's a bit similar with him. He's like, you think he's a regular bloke, but he's not. He's like, absolutely...
No, you're spot on.
He's an absolute machine. like myself. But I think that's, in a sense, I don't know, this is a random tangent, but we might as well go off on one. I think, in a sense, looking like that is kind of cool because it's unexpected. People are like, damn, this person's like, you know, like bloody, he looks like a regular man, but he's actually like Thor, the unexpected strength. But then at the same time, the point of being big and bulky is to sort of have a presence. So if you don't have that, then it's a bit of a shame. But I don't care. I just go to the gym for the endorphins. I'm not bothered about any of that. And the most important thing is that you actually have strength and can defend yourself. And just because you lift weights doesn't mean you can defend yourself. But it's about actually knowing how to throw down and throw some punches and, you know, all that jazz. And as you do, so
it's more that action than that one.
While Liam's not watching, so you can get away, we're doing calm down, Liam. Classic
response than that. But hooey, how wrong.
That was amazing.
Someone makes a worse response than that. But hooey.
Do you know what show that's off?
No.
It's off Rick and Morty. One of the, I think it's Mr. Poopy Butthole. He goes, woo! Loads of times.
I should know. I should know that.
It's in the episode.
I watched them all. It just didn't sound like him.
Yeah,
but to me, like.
It's in the episode where everyone thinks it's all, where everyone thinks they're in a fake reality and all that jazz.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. All the imaginary friends.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, in 1 second. Yeah, I'm just checking something quick on.
Do you know, I've had that song stuck in my head all day.
What song?
Toxic. The Toxic Train.
Oh no, that's a horrible song.
I know it is. It's just catchy. For some reason, that middle bit's catchy, and I hate it.
No. You need to get a better music taste. This isn't catchy.
I need to listen to something else.
Spam. Just listen to a load of Genesis albums. Their songs are far more catchy than this.
Or like Nightcore.
Even that, yeah.
That bleeding in your ears is normal. This is a ukulele apology video. She's turned her accusations and her response into a Disney musical number here, I suppose. She's got a whole little Broadway moment here to sing and talk about it. Now, before getting into it, let me give some context.
Hey, the dog's lying on the floor, legend.
On what she's apologizing for. Colleen Ballinger is most known for her Miranda Sings character. If you've been on YouTube for a long time, you've definitely heard that name before. She was a massive superstar on the platform. She even had her own Netflix show. And recently, another YouTuber named Adam McIntyre has really started to spearhead this information about her past and everything that's happened to them, as well as the group chat that she used to have with a lot of her fans that were minors, and the way she conducted herself. She's been accused of like asking for ass pics from her fans, and again, most of these fans were minors at the time. She'd even send really weird videos to them. It's just, there's been a ton of evidence of very unacceptable shit. So she's been accused of like grooming as well as being a predator. And this video that she made is her response to those very serious allegations.
All aboard the toxic gossip train.
And I just want to say something. How is a toxic gossip train people having evidence of your disgusting DMs, of you manipulating them, of you admitting to a bunch of bloody weird stuff like bloody killing your dog, basically murdering your dog and putting loads of... So emotionally manipulating them, but bloody sort of, well, noncing on them in a way, asking them for ass pictures to get videos of them with tampons in their mouth and all that jazz. It's like, boy, how is this a toxic gossip train? This isn't toxic gossip train. This is factual evidence that's been shown in your face, and all you're doing is trying to bloody mitigate the criticism and throw things and say, oh, it's toxic gossip train, oh, it's over, get out, get away. It's none of that at all. People have shown you evidence and shown you the facts, and you're bloody trying to blame everyone else and just not take accountability or be responsible for your disturbing bloody actions.
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't say it any bit better myself.
Chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
Again, basically refer to anyone, if anyone does ever watch this back.
I think she talked about herself for that bit.
Yeah, she's giving us misinformation right now. She's the toxic gossip train, this song. I mean, refer to my last message. It's not misinformation, it's facts, there's screenshots, etc. So none of it's misinformation.
There's videos.
Yeah, exactly, that too.
You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
The only manipulator is you silly bloody twat.
Nah, she's giving us a one-way ticket to defecation station because this is some shit here. I don't know how she thought that.
Ready to buy your first place?
And we've been pretty... I feel like everyone's been quite easy on her, really, considering
at all
what she's done.
She doesn't even disprove any of the allegations.
I
She
don't
just
think
calls
they
it
have.
toxic-
Well, not easy.
Videos have been made.
Not easy, but you know how Philip Schofield did what he did and everyone went mad at him, and fair enough, you know, all that jazz. Well, not all that jazz, but you know what I mean. Like, it seems like his life's basically over to an extent, like he's not going to be on telly again. While Colleen, she's probably going to keep making videos and trying to shove this under the rug as much as possible.
I think she had over 300k dislikes.
That's good. Well, 600k, wasn't it, on that manipulation, toxic train, whatever it was.
I wasn't 600.
Yeah.
Like it's some kind of...
No, 700, I think, actually, from that iNabba video.
little musical number out of Magic School Bus or something that she's not taking seriously.
I'd rather watch the entire bloody Magic School Bus box set and that disturbing video that you sent me. The what parody. I'd rather watch the box set and that weird disturbing video than bloody give Colleen Ballinger any more views.
In the face of very serious claims, she decides to put on the entire clown outfit and grab her trusty ukulele and go to battle. But it's not really a battle because she doesn't even really tackle any of the claims. She doesn't refute anything or defend herself. She just makes a song.
Toxic gossip train, tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. These rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun.
No one's having fun, to be honest. And again, she accuses the people of clout later on in this song. But the thing is, right, that I understand, like, drama is... It's an interesting discussion, but I'd rather people be sensible. I'd rather, like, Logan Paul not scam people and be a tit. I'd rather Colleen Ballinger not be a borderline nonce. I'd rather Philip Schofield be sensible. I'd rather iDubbbz not ban Froggy Fresh from his event. You know what I'm saying? Those are just a few examples of drama. Like, the thing is, I'd rather everything just be chill. But the thing is, this sort of shit spreads awareness at the end of the day. We're not doing it for clout. I don't care if ALP gets big or not. It's not my... It doesn't... It means a lot to me still, but I'm not pushing like I'm with the James the Coltrane channel. So I ain't doing this for clout. I'm doing this for the sake of discussion. So she accused everyone of clout chasing. People ain't clout chasing. They're just trying... Most of them are trying to spread awareness, man, I think.
Yeah. Did you see that Logan Paul was in court and being sued for the...
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, he said he'd refund them and he hasn't.
Yeah, but he's trying to say it now. Is
6 months? 6 months? And he hasn't refunded them?
No, well, if you go onto Carlos' channel, I know I don't know like it, but he's the only person who seems to cover the Logan Paul stuff. But he basically goes into detail of how he's basically trying to get this lawsuit closed.
Thing is, I was going to say that's another podcast. I was just going to say it's another podcast for another time. I know I brought up Logan
Yeah.
Paul. I just wanted to
Or
mention.
maybe in 2 weeks, the thing might have evolved to like the end of the crypto series stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with these fans, if you truly care about these people and you're actually you're your own person, you're not some sort of bloody I'll support them no matter what type of person. If you actually have your own brain and think for yourself, you wouldn't still be a fan of Logan Paul. You know, you realise that he's a shitty person.
I know.
No, I don't mean you, but I mean me. I gave him a second chance. Then with the crypto scam stuff, I thought, oh, what an idiot. But I thought I can sort of give him a bit of a second chance. Him being a twat a third chance. Him being a twat to George Janko really started to go off him. I thought, what a twat. And then him firing him, I thought, what an absolute prick. And then him not paying the money back, it adds more to it. Unless he's got having a guest on that I really enjoy hearing speak, I don't want to watch him.
Yeah. And even with like his deleted first response to what's his name now?
Coffeezilla.
Yeah, Coffeezilla.
Because he said, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you.
Yeah. And now look what's happened to him.
I know, yeah. Ridiculous.
I'm sorry to keep pausing this so frequently. I just have so much to say. And trust me, I'm really doing you a favor with all of these breaks here to give you a brief respite from the fucking unbelievable cringe. Like, this is some pure, undiluted, unhinged delusion here. This is so strong, I feel like it needs to be added to the periodic table. Like, the element of delusion that she is displaying here. Like, this song is fucking haunted, honestly. This is like that track out of Courage the Cowardly Dog with Velvet Vic, where sucks you into the record player. That's this song, but it sucks you into her group chat where she's asking about your first period and asking for ass pics or something. But the reason I'm pausing it here is because this is something she falls back on a lot in the song, and I don't want to just keep playing too much of the song. She seems to think that a lot of people are taking pleasure in watching all of this and says oh, it's all untrue, but
they're not. It's bloody disgusting. What is she? She's off a rocker, man. It's disgusting shit. I know people go on about, oh, we want to see downfall. You want to see someone's downfall. Most people don't. They just respond to the downfall, and they're like, what an absolute scumbag this person is.
But you're just doing it because it's entertaining and you're having fun.
I'm not having fun.
I never fully understood that.
He's such an idiot, man.
Perspective, because I imagine most people don't have fun learning that people they grew up watching or people they were at least aware of being a big influence turned out to be absolute fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
Groomers, predators, all these horrible things. Like, no one has fun with accusations like that, I don't think. Certainly not the victims of it. The victims of Miranda Singh's Colleen Ballinger here definitely aren't having any fun here. This has been mentally damaging shit that they've carried for a long time. Now, I do think there is an argument to be made about YouTuber apologies as entertainment. I made a whole fucking tier list on it. There is an element of fun to watching a completely disconnected from reality weirdo do something like Miranda Sings has done with this fucking singing apology. It's hard not to point and laugh at the absolute insanity of that situation. But in those cases, no one's laughing about the actual allegations. Nobody wants someone in a position of power like Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger, to turn out to be a groomer or a predator.
Hi, everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not...
What team, you and your husband? What are you on about? What team? If she had a proper good team around her, they'd say to her, lady, get off the internet and leave. Move to
He wouldn't have been able to upload it if she didn't.
Yeah.
If she had a team.
Yeah, move to Switzerland, clear your brain, and just get off the internet for years or forever maybe. I'm gonna go. We'll discuss later whether, because I know you mentioned a voice message, whether you wanted a deplatformed or not. I'll give my opinion on it after this video, whether I think whether I want her to be deplatformed or not. Obviously, what either of us want or what anyone wants probably ain't. That you don't know what's going to happen, because James Charles sent, basically naked pictures to minors, and nothing really happened to him. He's still got.
James Charles defended Colleen when the 2020 video came out.
What an idiot!
Yeah.
Say what I want to say. I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. So.
Holy shit, she's done it. She's activating 100% of her brain. What an incredible loophole. Checkmate, lawyers. Her legal team must have been there like, no! She got us. How did we not think of that? We never said she couldn't sing it. Damn, she's good.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans,
Oh.
but not in a creepy way, like a lot of you are trying to
Yeah,
suggest.
I'm laughing
It's
at
more of a
what George said, but George put something in the private chat. I'm not laughing at bloody her singing.
loser.
Oh, wait, look at the disappointment on her face if you go back a bit. She was like looking away from the camera like this, like, yeah, bro, that face is the face of someone who is guilty, man.
Yeah.
Guilty. I mean, to be fair though, all the DMs
It's
are out
a bit soulless.
Yeah.
Loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
Again, best friends don't ask their friends for bum pictures and ask them to do videos of themselves with tampons in their mouth. They don't ask that. You instantly tell the person you wouldn't want to be friends with them. Also, what grown adult is friend besties with 13-year-olds? Are you off your rocker? Are you mental? Are you bloody on cocaine? You know, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the if YouTubers, like, say if some kid messages some big YouTuber and then the YouTube says, oh, cool, thank you, mate, or whatever, or yeah, nice, or thank you, you know, if it's just a little back and forth and there's no harm in it, then whatever. But if you join in group chats and trying to be best mates with them and having personal conversations and actually being friends with them rather than just a respectful, oh, thank you response, then you're absolutely off your rocker, you know.
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed.
You haven't done it for years, yeah, but you didn't apologise for it at the time, and you're only worried about it now, and you only left that weird.
No, hang on. She was still putting these messages in 2022, and only left the chat last week.
I was about to mention, shit about her leaving the chat last week, but I didn't know she was still sending weird messages in 22. That's odd. Very strange.
Yeah.
And I took accountability.
You've took no accountability. Are you off your rock? You took no accountability at all. This weird, insane song going, toxic gossip train, defecation station. It's like you haven't took accountability at all. You haven't even said sorry for it. You're saying it's all manipulation and misinformation. You haven't defended yourself. You haven't, argued against the evidence, even though it's pretty much impossible to argue against all the stuff that she's put in the DMs and the chats. So, yeah, I mean, she hasn't even apologized for what she's done. She hasn't taken any accountability, so that's bogus from her.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's go on the toxic gossip train.
If you have anything
that's so
claims,
catchy.
why don't you present it instead of doing your little talent show ukulele?
No, just the toxic gossip train bit.
Video
Odd
in the beginning
reason.
of the song, she's saying that she's only going to be talking about the facts, and then provides nothing. The facts must have been out of town during the filming of this because she does not present them at all. She doesn't provide anything to refute any of the claims. All she does is say, like, no, that's all wrong. Those aren't the facts. You guys are falling for the toxic gossip train. Misinformation super duper station. Train.
I don't know why he makes
those aren't the facts. You guys are falling for the toxic gossip train. Misinformation super duper station.
Thing is, with how dry critical is, it's when he does something silly, it's like if Liam did something silly. It's like if me or you go, it's probably not that funny because there's so many things.
James, next podcast, you need to get him to say toxic gossip train.
That you can try. I'm not going to try and force Liam to do that.
No, I won't be on the next one.
What do you mean? Oh, you're on holiday.
Summer special.
But I don't know if we can do that while you're away. I'll see if the lads want to do it, but I'm not sure.
Oh, well, I'm hoping you kind of push it back until I'm back.
I'll just see what the lads want to do, to be honest. I'll just see what everyone else wants to do. Yeah.
Whatever.
This
she doesn't actually provide any evidence, any counterpoints, nothing. All she does is just say that it's a lie. That's it. And I guess you're just supposed to take her at her word because she's singing it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. This is just invalidating to all of her victims.
When I'm with you, babe.
Like, she is like actually like laughing in their face with this video. I feel it's pretty disgusting.
Yes, she is.
actually.
Yeah.
I don't understand how she thought this could possibly be perceived in any meaningful, positive way. Because again, she doesn't defend herself. She doesn't refute any of the claims of all of like the grooming accusations. If she thinks that all of this is overblown or incorrect, why wouldn't she come forward with her evidence to support that and say like, nope, this is where all of this is wrong. This is where it's false. This is where you've been lied to and manipulated. She doesn't do that. All she has here is this dumb little fucking song. I just can't even wrap my head around the thought process.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life
Of course
of the
it was
person you
mob
despise while you
mentality.
traumatize your lies and monetize their demise.
Once again, this is just like shitting on the victims that have come.
The only thing is, I hate when creators do this because it's like, say, if someone had a whole channel dedicated to Logan Paul or dedicated to Colleen Ballinger or dedicated to Shane Dawson's silliness, then yeah, you can argue, okay, they're monetized off one person. But if you're looking at a channel that covers all sorts of drama, then it isn't monetizing. They've picked to do one video on you, and if all the points are valid and everyone agrees, then Colleen, checkmate. I'm sorry, you've been called out and duped.
Forward. There are tons and tons of messages as well as videos, like just an overwhelming amount of evidence that's all pretty damning on Colleen Ballinger's behavior from these group chats, as well as just a lot of other things over the years. And in the song, she just reduces that to, it was just a weird loser sending cringe. It was just a goofball doing loser weird stuff. And then still has the audacity to sing about how she's taking accountability. What the fuck? That's the opposite of accountability. You're minimizing, downplaying the very real harm you caused to your underage fans through these group chats, these interactions, and all the shit that you said and sent. That's not taking accountability. You are literally doing the exact opposite by saying, like, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just kind of weird, that's all. And then she goes in to just say about, like, this is just directly shitting on the victims. She goes then into the next part saying that the reason there's a mob mentality is because they're coming forward with all of these lies to monetize her demise because they don't like her. Well, Colleen Ballinger, let's supersize the McDonald's fries here. You're fucking insane. What are you talking about? How could you even actually put this out there? I don't know how she could not only write this song, perform this song, and this is definitely not her first take, so go through this song multiple times, edit it, and then post this without realizing just how, I don't even know the right word. It's like almost downright evil she comes across. Because again, this is like spitting in the face of all of the victims that have come forward with a ton of evidence against her, saying it's not a big deal, they're wrong, they're just doing it for clout. It's so sickening.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a
Yes, she is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly.
Yeah, she's trying to put it on everyone else as well.
Yeah, saying, oh, you're perfect past all this jazz. And it's like, I'm pretty sure the majority of people aren't friends with a group of 13-year-olds and asking them for bum pics and asking them to put things in their mouth on video and manipulating them and getting them to run your Twitter and lying about them and not taking accountability when a bunch of your fans go after them for lies that you said. I'm pretty sure the majority of people don't have that in their past, Colleen. So
this is going to come as a surprise. This is going to be shocking. But yeah, most people aren't making mistakes like this.
Oh yeah,
this is one of those
I forgot they said this. Yeah.
Whoops-a-daisy mistakes that everyone makes in their life. Most normal people are going to go through their life without ever doing anything close to what you're accused of doing. talking sexually with minors in a group chat, sending used underwear to kids. The list goes on, and she beats this point home about like how she's just made like a little mistake here and it doesn't make her a bad person. But this is again one of those mistakes that like actually does make you a bad person. This isn't like a little mistake. Like she makes it sound like, oh, you don't have the right to criticize me because you're not perfect. Your past isn't perfect. But most people's past isn't exactly one that's plagued by degeneracy like this. So no one's perfect, of course, but that doesn't mean that people don't have the right to criticize you for just how ridiculously awful the shit that you are accused of doing is, and also how terrible this response is.
I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that route.
What you were?
Admitting to lies and rumors that you...
The thing is, why isn't she saying how she wasn't 100% in the wrong instead of just strumming the ukulele like an absolute pleb? I don't even... Tell us why you're not 100% in the wrong. Explain the actual evidence and the proof that's against you then.
Once again, just hawking a big fat loogie in the face of every victim that came forward here. If these are all lies and just rumors, why don't you prove your side of it? Why don't you provide any evidence beyond just a song that says things without showing things or proving things? There is nothing presented here that refutes a single claim at all. She's just singing.
Is that
things.
you?
What?
Is that you?
What was me?
I heard like a fart noise.
And that's it. It's a single
Yes, that was
claim
me.
at all.
Okay.
She's just singing things. And that's it. That's not evidence. The video and song goes on for like another 4 or 5 minutes, but she just keeps saying the same thing about how it's all lies and manipulation, but she doesn't prove any of that. Why wouldn't you want to like actually clear your name? I don't know what she thought this song would do. It doesn't offer any kind of explanation for anything to clear up what she's calling lies and rumors. It's nothing. There is mountains of like actual messages and videos of her engaging in very, very bad behavior, very awful things, which has led to people labeling her things like a groomer and a predator, which she really doesn't like. But that's what all of these documents lead towards, point towards. And she does nothing to refute any of it except make this absolutely embarrassing song out of it. It's baffling. I couldn't believe this shit today. So yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna play the rest of the video because she just keeps saying it's all lies, it's just rumors, it's ridiculous. I can't believe you guys fell for it, but doesn't provide any kind of actual counterpoints or evidence or anything. So it's fucking useless. This is, I do think, the new worst YouTuber apology video, and that's not an easy feat to have accomplished. So that's wild. That's really about it. So yeah.
Well, I guess that's he said everything that needed to be said.
Yeah.
Crystal did. You got anything you want to say, George, before we move on to the segments?
Toxic. Yeah. All I can say is the detective, Colleen, is arresting you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. The detective came to his decision.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
I've
Sorry.
got fun now.
I didn't hear that last bit, but yeah, let's leave it. Let's just leave it there. Yeah. So the first segment: would you rather? So just a quick one then. Would you rather be Sam Smith's slave for a month, or for 2 weeks, or Piers Morgan's butler for a month naked?
Piers Morgan's butler.
Yeah, same here. Because Piers would get annoyed and just tell the person to leave. He'd tell me to leave.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than be Sam.
If I had to work with Sam Smith, I'd have to gouge my eyes out.
You'd be fuming, wouldn't you?
Well, you just have to watch his music video where he has tassels on.
Actually, well, the yes no is actually quite a weird one. I don't even know. Do you want to hear it? I don't know.
Go
Basically,
on.
I came up with this one really, really quick. How much would you need to be paid to go outside the Nintendo headquarters, smash your Switch, and poo on the doorstep and say Nintendo fucking sucks? All right.
Start with triple figures first.
What? 100k,
More.
101k,
No.
140k,
No.
170k,
No.
195k,
No.
250k.
Add another 50.
So 300k. You do it for
No.
what? 400k.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it for that.
So 450k. You do it.
Yes.
Fair enough. Let's do Spot the James then. We'll leave educating Jimmy because yeah.
No, I had a good one,
Oh,
one
good
for that.
one.
That's what the video is for with
Oh,
Spot the
yeah.
James.
All right then.
I think we should do the Jimmy one first and then the Spot the James.
Sure, if you want them. Where's the video then?
Has it come from underneath the photos I sent?
Let's scroll. What the hell is this? George, if this gets copyrighted, I'm not going to be happy.
It's from 2002.
So? It's a film, isn't it?
We'll watch it. You watch it off screen then with the sound. If you're thinking about that, just watch about the sound, and then I'll tell you the fact about it.
I watch it without the sound.
No, watch it with the sound.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
All right.
Well, what the fuck's Jeff Goldblum doing here?
Turtle. Turtle.
George,
Has
this
he
is
gone
shit.
inside his shell yet?
No. What,
Has he gone inside his shell yet? No.
Oh, he bit the nose. What the hell? Oh.
Put it back on.
That was the biggest waste of. That was one of the most nonsense pieces of shit I'd ever watched. What was that all about? What was the fact? What was that?
The fact is, that was filmed on 9/11.
Okay, let's go on to Spot the James. All right, so
You're going to ignore it.
well, that was just a nonsense fact. That hasn't taught me anything. All it's taught no,
Has it taught you that film?
no, all it's taught me is that was filmed while a horrendous event happened. But loads of horrendous things happen while things are being filmed. Loads of things happen in the world, so that isn't even. I think it happened at this point. Okay, well.
Okay, then you've learned that film exists.
Spot. I mean, this one's absolutely rubbish. I'm looking at the Spot the James. This is just.
Yeah, but this is the YouTube apology special.
I love how you chose the fat one. Yeah, that was too easy. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I found that one.
Is that female? You that one?
Oh, brilliant. And then we've got this one again. Okay, well, that was a very. Move on to George's addiction then. Oh, bloody hell.
Right. So for George's addiction, so you know I like Funko Pops. It's like that.
Yeah.
And they have these ones, which is the Pocket Pops, which is that big. Well, now, if I get one, they have these.
Well, let's have a look.
Which are.
Oh, really little ones. All right, no, big ones, sorry.
Oh. Okay. Can you see him?
Yeah.
So yeah, tiny versions of regular sized pops. Like that. So it's a Luke Skywalker one. So I have 4 sets of these. I have those Star Wars ones. So yeah, the Stormtrooper, Jawa, Obi-Wan, and Luke. And each one of these, like the Silver Stormtrooper, is a mystery figure. So you've got for this one, you got the Harry Potter in the robes, Dobby, Draco Malfoy, and normal Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And they're all detailed, even like the backs, like the pop would be. You've got the Disney ones as well, for like Minnie, Mickey, and Donald and Daisy.
Yeah.
Then my favourite one so far is the 89 Batman one. So you got the Joker, Harley Quinn, Ivy, and Penguin.
So that's just everything you've just shown me all together, how much it costs?
Yes. Those 4. Hang on. Them 4 rows, you need to tell me how much them cost.
£54. Final answer.
54. Oh. You were £2 off.
Oh! Oh, that was a...
52.
Oh, man, I did well there. Bloody hell, I thought you were going to say you're 200 quid off.
No, you're very close. They're £13 each, which is
Damn.
like £4 cheaper than a normal size pop. So you get 4 of them for £4 cheaper, and they take up a lot less room as well.
Yeah.
So at the moment they've got the Mickey Mouse ones, they've got the Batman ones, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Ninja Turtles, and the Disney princesses.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, as you say, it takes up less space and they cost less money. So, don't.
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave that one there then. Thank you all for watching, and come on, the toxic gossip train. Misinformation, defecation station.
See you in 2 weeks, guys. Bye bye.
Peace, everyone. Laters.